back to my channel. Today I'm answering more questions that you guys ask me at conventions and events that I do. So today's question is, what do you think about art school? Well, as you guys know, I've been to art school. I went to community college, and I went to university, and I went to graduate school university for art. But I think that art school is really kind of up to you. Like, would you benefit from it personally? Can you afford it? And there's a lot of options out there, but you really kind of have to find the right avenue for you. Like my programs, I took like one graphic design class, but graphics aren't really for me. So I focused more on drawing and painting for my art classes at school. So you have to find a program that works for you. Are they offering classes that interest you? Are they offering a program that you can benefit from in the future? Like my degree is in art education, so I really wanted to teach English overseas. Like that was my end game whenever I first started this journey. But I have a lot of stuff going on, so I can't do that right now. But really, I thought getting an art education degree would be way better than getting a fine arts degree because it offers more flexibility. So I think art school overall, to answer your question, I think art school is really great, but you have to find a program that's beneficial for you and one that interests you. But I think there are some things that you really can't learn unless you go to art school. Like you get that benefit of learning from different teachers. I had 3 different teachers in my grad program. One focused more on art education, and she had been teaching for like 50 years. She was like a pro. And then I had another teacher, he graduated from Cambridge in England, and he was more art history oriented. I took some art history classes from him, but he was like super detail oriented too. And he taught a lot of the digital classes I never took. And I had one teacher that was a painting teacher, and she has her paintings in galleries all over the country. And she's really fantastic too. But I think there's stuff that you learn from each teacher that you have, and you just have to listen to them and figure out what information they're portraying to you that will benefit you in the future. But whenever you go to school, it's like having a job. Your job is to go to school and learn and make good grades. Whenever I was, especially my associate's degree program, more so than at Winn Carey, where I got my graduate program going on, there's a lot of students that were like, oh, I don't want to do this project, so I'm not going to do it. Or, oh, I'm not feeling it today, so I'm not going to do it. But you're paying to go to school. Why aren't you going to get the most out of what you're paying for? And that's really the problem I see with a lot of students. That and they're lazy and they procrastinate, unfortunately. Like I used to be a little bit of a procrastinator, but as I've gone to grad school and stuff and gotten older and more mature, I guess, I just don't procrastinate. I get it done as soon as possible. There's no reason to procrastinate really on schoolwork. So I think I've learned a lot really from art school. But you also have the peer tutoring idea of art school. So peer tutoring is like whenever students teach each other, and that's a really great benefit of art school. So really you're doing like each student does like one project, but they do it on their own scale. Like they have an overall umbrella idea. Like let's say we're going to do cityscapes, but everyone's cityscape turns out different because everyone's different. Everyone makes different art. And that's one of the benefits of art school, is learning from each other and learning from the diversity of people that are out there. Whether they be students or professors, you're going to learn something different from everyone, really. And I learned a lot. Like even when I was in grad school, I learned a lot from the undergrads because they had fresh eyes and they were doing different things that I weren't doing. They were interested in different artists that I didn't know about or I wasn't interested in, but I saw different hints that I could incorporate into my own work. But I think that art school is really beneficial. There's also some really great community art things that you can probably do, especially if you can't afford art school. I got art school paid for pretty affordably between like talent scholarship and making good grades. But if that avenue is unavailable for you, I would suggest checking out community art projects. Like Jackson, the State Museum in Mississippi, the Mississippi Museum of Art. They have a third Thursday and it's like open house for the museum every month. You can go there for free. They usually have some kind of like art thing going on, like an event. They have food trucks, but it's a really great opportunity to go out and see some art really, really affordably. And then sometimes in the summertime, they offer like little community enrichment programs. Like they send a flyer in my mail like every year. I never really look at it because I'm always too busy to do it. But they have like little programs where it teaches like community classes. Usually they're affordable, and I would look into those if they have some like that wherever you live for the summertime. I'm not sure if they have an age range for that, but I would just check it out. It's something out there, you know, that could maybe enrich your life. And even if you can't afford to go to places like the museum or art school, there's always the internet, just like what you're seeing right now. Just look on art museum websites. Every time you look at art, you learn something different. You just have to look for it. And that's the real benefit of art school, is you get to see all the art, all the work in progress. So I would say yes, if you can do it, if you can afford it, if you have a good program you can find that you really like, I would say yes, go to art school, check it out, maybe do some sample classes, some audit classes, and then just find the right avenue for you and figure out what you want to do with your art degree in the future. Like I said, mine's in art education, so I have always that opportunity to teach, and it's just not a regular fine arts degree. So it's always that kind of backup plan. But anyway, I hope this answers your question. That was a pretty intense conversation. I hope I covered most of your thoughts about my art school experience and what I think about art school. But again, thanks for joining me. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.